Yo.
Yes, sir. What's up, guys?
Yes. This DJ will kick the floor in 3, 2, 1.
On the troll.
Hello and welcome to Mzansi Reality. We're back. It's that time and we have been gone. I know we didn't deliver yesterday, but we are here now. All is not lost. We are here to deliver. We have obviously a story of the whole shenanigan that is happening there in Bloemfontein. It has to do with the Besters, your Nandipahs, and the rest. It's a lot that is going on. We have to digest it and update you as spot on as possible. So this is Mr. Anonymous. We greet you again and thank you for subscribing and thank you for joining us. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Get yourself that subscription, and the like button is available to you to be used by you, and follow it by commenting and do so in a very respectful way. Emily, it's a greeting for me.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Mzansi Reality YouTube channel. Hi Mr. Anonymous.
Yes, how are you?
Did you see? We're on 22K. Thank you guys for your support.
I don't normally count
Highly appreciate
the numbers,
it.
but thank you.
No, it's motivation. Thank you so much. It means, we gotta keep pushing and working hard for you guys, delivering you all of these news and really picking your brain as to what you think. Are you living in the same South Africa that we are in? Or are you living in a different one? So today we are updating you about what happened in the court case yesterday. By the time you see this, it will be like have happened already. There's 3 more arrests that are expected from today to the next court appearance, which is on the 8th of August. So prosecutor Sello Matlhoko told the Bloemfontein Magistrates Court on Tuesday that 3 more people are expected to be arrested, and he said that the bank statements still need to be taken from 2 witnesses, and police were still analyzing cell phones and bank statements. So they need to take statements from those people. Mr. Anonymous, what do you think? 3 more arrests that are set to take place.
Look, for me, what I'm thinking is that we have been talking about other doctors. I'm not going to put the name now because this is getting close for me. But I think that whoever is going to get arrested, there might be a doctor in that. This is my thinking, obviously. I'm not saying that I'm hoping for that. I'm not saying that I'm not hoping for that. All I'm hoping for is the truth, and that's the only thing that we're all looking for and all vouching for and all wanting to see happening. The win will be the truth. So I'm thinking that there might be a doctor there because they're talking about statements and statements. You think about statements. I mean, you look at people that are already arrested. It didn't take long to get those statements. But they must be digging those statements from wherever they're digging from and the cell phones and all that. But I think there might be an additional
and bank statements.
There might be an additional breakthrough of some people that we think education should be enough from them. But, well, seemingly this case is proving otherwise, that even if you are educated, you might find yourself implicated by this case. It is not for the faint-hearted.
Definitely. I think we've seen it throughout since we began exploring the shenanigans. Well, Thabo Bester also made a virtual appearance, Mr. Anonymous.
Yes.
Kutiwa jail is temporary, but drip is forever when it comes to Thabo Bester.
Look, the man seemingly has got some huge wardrobe that is more expensive than anything else.
Whatever happened to being humble and just showing up in your sweater that you got from Mr. Price or like, why does it have to be
What if you don't have?
These labels that are just...
What if you don't have? What if you don't have?
What do you mean he doesn't have?
Well, I'm just saying what if, and I'm not saying that he doesn't have, but I'm saying what if?
No, man. He can make a plan. If he made a plan to get a jersey that's worth that much, apparently it's 60,000, but others are saying it's 25,000. It ranges the price. Somewhere I've seen it for $900. Somewhere it's $1,750. Somewhere it's $1,999.
I'm looking at the date here of this picture of the jersey. It's 2022. Mm-hmm. So what if you got it last year?
So i-wardrobe yakhe nje igcwele ngama-labels kuphela.
Rightfully so, if he's got the money that we are told about or claimed on the media, then why wouldn't he?
Well, Bester, who escaped Mangaung prison on May the 3rd, 2022, appeared via an online link from Kosimampuru prison. So he was at Kosimampuru while the court proceedings were happening in Bloemfontein, and he wore a blue and white Louis Vuitton jersey, similar garment that retails at least $1,000 online, and I'm sure you've seen the other price of $3,000, so we don't know which one exactly it is, but what we can tell you is that it starts from 25K upwards, 25,000 rands upwards. So yeah, that's him. Usikhulumisa kakhulu Thabo Bester ngalamasweta lawakhe. I don't know if it's a good idea for him to show up in this expensive.
Why should he downgrade himself?
It's not about downgrading.
If that's what you have.
Already there are allegations of scamming and him scamming people, and it's like he's rubbing it in, if those allegations are true.
Yeah, it's okay for someone to wear whatever that they wear. I don't want to pay much attention to what he's wearing. It's good for him at this point. Do I feel like I could wear this at some point? I'm not sure. And like now, seeing Nandipha's fighter sitting with Nandipha very close and squashed together, as you can see, the smile shed there. We don't know what these people have on their sleeves. So I think some of you will want to portray this normal case. This is not a normal case. This is a total different case.
So for us who are curious as to why Thabo Bester is showing up in private clothes even though he's convicted, some people have questions regarding that on social media. Correctional Services has shared some of the rules with regards to appearing in court.
You do get your dress.
So they're saying sentenced offenders must be dressed in their own private clothes, which are clean and neat. No inmate may appear in public courts or in prison clothes. And if an inmate does not have suitable private clothes, he or she must be provided with release clothes or the clothes that they had on when they first got arrested. So those are the rules. You can't appear in orange.
So
orange suits. Even if you are convicted, no, you appear in your own clothing.
Yeah, Nandipha is rocking up Nike forever. Like, it's not a problem. It's a normal, it's a standard thing. I don't think that I have a problem with that until these people are proven beyond reasonable doubt that indeed they are guilty and it's their own doing and nothing else. No one else is involved in it. Because you looking at the clothes, you might forget that they still need to arrest people. We still need to see them big people that we are told or there are allegations of. We want to hear, we want to see that.
I cannot ignore them. I'm struggling every time. I'm struggling to ignore the fact that did
you see Bester before this? Did you see what he was wearing? Did you look at that jacket?
And I guess having the 817 million allegedly in his bank, one of his bank accounts, allegedly. So So Bester's lawyers also recused themselves. We kind of saw this coming, didn't we?
I did talk about this initially. it was something that I foresaw. And you remember when I was dealing with it properly, why would you hire people that seemingly have already in the media and have in the media showing this questionable character, as it is alleged that they are going through their own journey. And we discussed that it could be that there's one way of prolonging the start of this case and looking at other ways of winning this case. But I did say that I do not see these people continuing with the case.
You did say that,
this is perhaps the kite in the sleeve that was hidden for those who did not see it beforehand. But for me, it was clear, because there are many scenarios that these people could not continue with. If they were to be found guilty, then that's a stop of these people, because they cannot practice further to actually save this customer of theirs. But both of these people, they have sort of questionable character in the media that we have to look at. And for me, it was clear that there is something that is still left. And I still call it, we are dancing. This is basically a dancing part. But there is something big that probably Bester is preparing in a sense of this whole case.
Well, the advocate, Jeremiah Pila, asked that he and Chirele Zondo, the instructing attorney for Thabo Bester, be recused. Bester's new advocate will be Kabelo Mati. Remember that Bella and Doe are facing their own legal battles. Doe is facing charges of attempted forcing himself on another female and assault.
We dealt with it. There is a video about this specifically group of people. There are, I think, 2 videos. Others dealing with the advocate, and other one is dealing with the attorney.
Yes, we have uploaded them on the channel. So if you want the full breakdown, you can scroll a little bit and then you'll find them. Yeah, so the other accused in the matter are Thabo Bester's partner Nandipha, her father Zolile Sekeleni, former Mangaung prison employees Sinohe Matswara, Mutenyani Masugela, Tieho Makhoza, and Nastasia Janssen, as well as Tebohodi Polo, a former employee of CCTV service provider Integriton Security Solutions. So the 9th accused is Zanda Moyo, who was added to the list last week.
Yes.
And Sekeleni's representatives, Temba Diba, asked that Sekeleni, who is out on bail, remember he was out on bail of 10,000 rands at the very beginning of the bail hearing. Not Janssen, Sekeleni. That is Dr. Nandipha father, Zolile Sekeleni.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, his legal representatives were asking that he be excused from the next court appearance because he lives very far from the court.
It can only be I almost said that way, some arrogance, because there is an agreement beforehand that allowed this man to actually be out on bail. And that agreement was based on the age of this man and other things.
He was sick,
and the sickness that was counted. Now, to come and now tell us about now traveling costs,
distances,
without putting it to us that perhaps this person could be sick. It's a direction. It's a direction that seeks to distract this whole process. For me, why not continue with the sickness? Take it further and say, this person is struggling to travel because they are using public transport, for argument's sake, and the sickness is maybe taking over, as it was alleged that this man is sick. Then you are looking at a lawyer that is driven by events of things happening and wanting to win. But to come with such a lame excuse of saying that this person is not going to be able to reach the point of court as it was agreed upon on the bail, it's you saying that then therefore they should forfeit their bail. Because, I mean, if you agreed that you are going to be able to show up, it must be that you are going to show up. Once you say that you are failing to show up, now you want more favors. And that tells us that then you deserve to go back to jail and go back to the holding cells so that you can
show up.
Because the main aim was that you show up as agreed upon on that bail hearing, and you were granted that bail. You were happy, you did everything accordingly, you went out. Pushing it is really pushing it, because it is questionable for you to come and say now that I'm not going to be able to make it because of money. Therefore, we have holding cells. That's exactly part of the reasons why we have holding cells, where you'll be taken care of and they will drive you as a state.
Definitely show up.
There is no way a state then should fork money for you to come and attend the case.
You are not a witness.
You are not a witness. You are part of the people that are being accused here, that you need to clear your name. You agreed upon that bail hearing to say, I will be there. Come hell or high water, in time, nothing else.
Which is true. Everything you've stated are facts. And on top of that, I'm thinking, okay, when you allegedly drove all the way from OR Tambo to Bloemfontein, allegedly in a van that you had hired at OR Tambo, Bloemfontein, allegedly helping your daughter, you didn't mind the distance and the traveling and all of that.
It is only when you have proven beyond that was the case. We are going to give this man a benefit of a doubt. But by standing in a court of law and accepting the conditions, you are saying, I can afford. Let us leave it at that.
But I'm bothered by the arrogance.
Whether you drove from that point to that point B, it's the very same reason why you are in court, that we need to prove that you did that or you did not do that. You need to prove us otherwise.
It's the arrogance for me that irks me. The state did not object to his request.
Because that is lying within the court's hand. Yes, the state could have stood up, but once you release someone as a judge, if that person is not meeting some of the conditions, it is your duty to make sure that you correct that.
As the state?
As the judge.
Or as the judge?
Yes.
Because he was even asking the defense attorney that should he not show up, what's going to happen with the decision that I have taken, that you are asking for? What is going to have happened if I let him go and he doesn't show up for his trial? And then they were like, no, a warrant of arrest will be issued. So the judge was like, will it really be issued? Because I'm the one who let him go.
Exactly.
The prosecutor will not have any part to play in issuing a warrant of arrest, because I have overruled the conditions that were given to him for his bail.
Yes.
So I was like,
you have overruled the request of the state to say this person be detained.
Yes.
And so you said, well, we are as the court seeing it fit that this person can go out. This person will be able, you assured us, this person will be able to meet the conditions. And if it does not meet them, it is therefore within our right to swiftly revoke whatever bail that was given to this person, and then put this person in the holding cells.
It's almost like the responsibility will shift from the state and the prosecutor to more to the judge. And can a judge issue a warrant of arrest?
Yes, it can.
Okay. So now also another thing that was brought up by the defense attorney for Mr. Zolile is that he would appear virtually instead. And the state supported that it's okay for him to appear virtually. What did you think about that?
Who's to appear virtually?
Mr. Zolile Sekeleni. Dr. Nandipha Makutumana's father.
I still argue the same thing. It's not the states. The state has no. As long as the court saw it fit to let him out, the state has nothing to say other than whatever that the court agrees upon.
He wanted Thabo Bester's treatment. Thabo Bester is in a correctional facility in Kosimampuru.
Yes.
Unless if he wants to join him there. Asasi. But that's where Thabo Bester is.
Yeah, it's the same thing that we just discussed. It does not change anything.
So the magistrate Mohlolo Kabisi rejected the request, saying that for practical reasons it would be difficult to compel Sekeleni to attend future appearances. And Janssen is also out on bail, while the other accused remained behind custody. And the lawyer representing Zanda Moyo, Dr. Nandipha's alleged driver, the guy who's said to be from Zimbabwe, also did not apply for bail today. It's understood that he was once arrested in 2015. So the records are showing that he was once arrested in 2015. So he abandoned his bail application.
Is it alleged, or we have a fact that he was arrested in 2015?
Well, he was.
Okay. What was he arrested for?
The state pulled the records, and it looks like he was arrested in 2015. They didn't want to share the details of his arrest in 2015 yet. So we're probably going to be hearing about it during his bail hearing, but he has abandoned the bail application for now.
For time being. It's not a permanent issue that he would actually, or he just wants to create his defense around the bail hearing.
Perhaps.
But then we are bouncing from the same position. As much as we are moving swiftly with this case, but seemingly we are bouncing from the same position, because as we keep on adding these numbers, then the case wait for bail hearing, and then we start again, bail hearing, and then we start again. We are doing the very same thing over and over again. If you arrest 100 people, that means we're going to be hearing 100 bail hearings.
And we still have Dr. Nandipha Makudumana's appeal of her unlawful arrest in Tanzania.
Which is, for me, all these additional things, arrest happening, they are giving them time to create a solid case for whatever that they want to. So is Baxter, by the way, because those are two big role players in this whole case. So these other ones are small fish in the pond that keeps on delaying the case by coming in one by one, dealing with that. For now, I want to postpone, or for now, I want to delay applying for bail hearing. Eventually, you do. We go back. We do the same thing. How long is it going to take?
But the state in itself also said that they needed more time to put the case together.
We definitely
there's
saw
also
that.
preempting of on the 8th of August there's going to be another postponement, allegedly.
Look, the fact that they are still bringing people in, arresting other people, or bringing people into holding cells, that tells you this case is going to be long to deal with it, because that's new evidence. Adding that new evidence, you must do it carefully without wrongfully exonerating other people that should not be exonerated. So they definitely do need time. But do we have that time as a society? Yes or no? We probably do not, because we want to see a quick justice. But again, why won't they just finish up with this whole investigation, take everyone in, and then deal with the case like that?
Maybe they will run away.
What is this showing the signs of urgency, but yet we are on a slow motion? Why? What is it buying us to? What is it buying us to? I would put it like that, because You know, these cases, as much as they look glamorous and we are excited about them, there is always something big that as a community, as a society, that we need to also look at. And what is that thing? As we keep on postponing and postponing and postponing this whole case, that means this saga is going to keep on trending and trending and trending. But things are changing in South Africa. Whether it be it for good or for worse, we don't know.
And it looks like it's going to roll over to 2024.
We want these cases to actually conclude so that we know when we reach 2024 what we have as a country. Do we have a constitution that is working? Do we have the rights that are supporting us or not? Do we need change or not?
Okay. Those are valid questions.
I'm worried about the limelight that is given to these cases. The whole media being busy with these cases. There are other things that are taking place. For example, our president went to certain countries and there were stories about those countries. But other than that, we still are sitting in a situation of uncertainty in terms of employment, in terms of electricity, in terms of any other things that we need to look at for our daily basis.
But what if the public doesn't want to hear about such things? Have you considered that? Maybe they are running a business and they are looking at what the public is mostly concerned about. And
the appetite is created by the so-called media that I'm not a fan of, by the way. It creates the appetite for certain things. When I give you a sign of a white stuff and a black stuff, the other one sits on the black, you focus more on the white stuff because you want to see that white stuff. The black one, you would not see the details of whatever that is on that paper, or if it's a paper or whatnot. You would be more focused on that white one. So that is the problem that we have as people, where there is no appetite to discuss the economy as such.
Not really. Not really. From my observation, not really, because I even remember here on this platform, we have kind of tried, but people are not interested. People are bored. People want the drama. People want the Louis Vuitton jerseys.
It's a question of creativity again, of how you create drama around such things as economy. For example, I was watching, when I read that EFF are fighting for people who are unemployed to get 1,000 if you have matrics.
If you are a graduate, you get a stipend of 1,000.
Yes, if you are a graduate, it's more than that. From a person who's a matriculant, 1,000. And I'm in full support of that. I even have a paper that deals with that.
You mean your research paper?
My research paper, yes. I'm in full support with that. The question is, can we present it in a proper way that people understand what it means? It's not a mere basic grant that people talk about.
Well, people want to be entertained. People like to talk about other people. People like in South Africa, it is tricky. It's tricky to build such interest. It's a very tricky waters.
No, we invest time in researching this. If we were just deliberating on them without more investment on research and whatnot, people would not be interested. So I'm saying to you, there is appetite. It depends on how you invoke it.
Alright, guys, you let me know. What do you think? Do you think there's appetite for such serious
It's not
topics?
an issue of appetite or no appetite. Again, should we talk about the things that are troubling us, as such as these cases? These are big cases that are of public interest. I always associate law with politics. In fact, law is politics.
It is.
It determines
Definitely is.
how we live. That's why we are interested in it, because we want to see how these things affect our daily lives. Should I find myself in trouble? Would I get into this point? Am I capable of getting to that point? What do I need?
And how do I get out when I'm in that kind of predicament? Because what I've also observed in South Africa the man of color has 3 options. Either you become a tenderpreneur or you become a scammer or you settle for being an employee. 3 options. You've got 3 options. And I want to know why. Why is it that we can't? And the problem is these laws. You understand? The problem is the laws. And black people have no appetite to look in that direction. I don't understand why. Because they affect our lives. But again, guys, you tell us. What do you think? Do you think that we are raising some valid points here? Or you're just not interested like the rest? You don't want to be stressed. Because but it's depressing. So you would rather should it stay like this while we can actually do something about it?
There's nothing that you can do.
But you need to know.
If people are not affected, until they are, like low shading, that's when people start understanding the issue and wanting to understand the reason behind that thing.
So you let us know. You let us know. Are we on the right track or not?
And perhaps should we vote for people just because of grants?
Been there, done that. It's not working. It's not. It's really not working. It's not. I'm sure you guys can see. It's not working.
Yeah, but is there anything about this case?
No, that's it for now. That's the updates that I had for today.
Thank you very much, guys. Please subscribe and like the video. And again, thank you for those who, when the video is premiering, always remind others to like, because we don't operate the same as everyone does. Others remember from the word go, and others needs people to remind them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We are a community here. And thank you so much, guys, for the continued support. It's highly appreciated. And until the next one, bye, and have a great day. Have a great one.